Hey, Paul, how you doing, mate?
Oh, good. Nice to talk to you since, God, but for the Progress Tour, what a lot has happened.
An awful lot has happened. Can I ask? Because normally I do a lot of interviews on radio. Normally, people come in twos or threes. How come you're just you and there's nobody else?
There's a legal case going on, but a claim was made.
A restraining order against you, your person.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
did hear about that.
Yeah.
It's nice to speak to you again. What's going on?
You know, I was just wondering, we were talking in the office about all the things you've done and all the times we've seen you do things. Like zip lining, incredible things. Zip lining into the Progress Tour. Playing in front of millions of people around the world. Countless number ones. How long does it take you to change a nappy?
I'm really good at nappy changing. It's a really special moment. It's a bonding moment because, being a dad and being a guy, you're a bit of a spare part because, the mum's heavily involved with the breastfeeding, etc., etc. And it's my moment to bond with my little girl, clearing up that chicken tikka masala, God bless her, and the whatevers. I'm loving it. I'm on burp patrol, and I'm on bottle feed, and I'm definitely daddy poo poo changer.
With a huge day that you've got like today, how did you manage to get sleep? Did Ada go on baby patrol and you slept in another room last night?
I did go in another room last night. I've got a very, very understanding wife, and she lets me sleep. She's amazing. She's like, what's the point in us both being tired? And it's great because I'm like, well, if this is the way it goes, then we'll have a football team full. So we're going to do more and more and more, I think. But I'm very, very lucky. We've got a nanny and she lets me sleep.
Brilliant. Teddy's going to be your lucky mascot for the album out on Fireworks Night.
November the 5th.
Out of all the albums that you've brought out, give me sort of a gauge on excitement level. As 10 is super excited and how you were the first time. Where are you on this one?
Well, I don't know about excitement, but I'm as nervous as I've ever been. There's been a couple of sleepless nights with worry and panic. More sleepless nights on this album than ever, I suppose, because I'm venturing. I'm nearly into my 40s, and at 40, you officially stop being a pop star and start being an old person that sings. And I want one more bash at this. I want one more big go around. I want one more massive seal of approval from the British Empire. And, I want to go and have massive shows. And that, because I might not do this in this sort of style again for a long time. And, I'm very, very nervous because I believe that I've got an album that's, big, confident, brash, like Escapology from back in the day, or Sing When You're Winning, etc., etc. And I think I've got the instrument to go and knock people over with, and I just hope that they agree with me.
Let's give it's the Scottish seal of approval right now. Let's go for Candy. Robbie Williams is on. This is from Take the Crown. More with Robbie next. Robbie Williams, Candy on Real Radio. Robbie's on the show right now on our satellite link up. Rob, we're talking about your nerves and how you've never been as nervous as for this album now, but surely the response and registrations for those small shows that you did must have given you all the assurance you need that we still love you.
Listen, I'm very, very fortunate and very, very lucky to have sold the amount of tickets in that short time. There is one thing that I can be relieved about is there's still an audience for me and people want to come and see, me and what I do. That doesn't necessarily translate into record sales though. It just means that people want to come and see me live, which is awesome too. But, the record isn't, out there yet. I'm a worrier. What can I say?
Do you think if you got complacent, then that would be the album that flopped?
Oh, I think I have been complacent. I sort of didn't want to be a pop star for a while because I sort of burnt out, which is classic pop star stuff, overworked, overdrugged, and underslept, and off you go to rehab, etc., etc. And I think that I have, like, last album I put out, I was kind of lethargic with wanting to promo it, and I didn't tour it, and I didn't do best for my album. For this album, I want to do exactly the opposite, which is promo the life out of it, go on tour and stand by my record, and, you know, hopefully get another big one in my locker.
So let's talk about a tour then. You're talking about a tour next summer?
Well, yeah, I talked about a tour. Perhaps I shouldn't have, because there has to be an official announcement and all that business. And Josie, my manager, always gives me the stink eye when I mention anything. But maybe there'll be a tour next year. Maybe I will be somewhere in the summer, and maybe it will be in Scotland, yes.
Well, if Take That went on tour again, would you want to do that too, or do you think that
yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that, man. I'm down for... I want one more go around as, you know, Robbie Williams pop star, and then, you know, I want to be with my mates, and, you know, it's like a buzzman's holiday. It's so enjoyable being with the guys, being creative with the guys, getting to work with Gary, getting to work with Mark on stuff, how we're doing the BVs. It's a unique experience, and it's easy. It's everything that the, you know, being in this industry should be, and I'm looking forward to rejoining them.
Do you feel it after you've gone on stage nowadays more than you used to?
I don't know, to be honest with you, because I did some shows just recently. I did a show in Leeds, a show in Glasgow, a show in Southend, and a show in Ireland. And I've been training. I've been doing a lot of CV, cardiovascular. I've been, you know, on treadmills and doing all sorts of things to myself. So I'm actually fitter than I've ever been. Ask me that at the end of a long tour, and we'll see. But I'm fitter than I've ever been.
Will Ada and Teddy go with you on tour wherever you go?
Absolutely. For the next 5 years, wherever I go, they'll go. And then we'll have to settle down somewhere and start schooling her properly. But I can't be away from her.
And when it comes to having to pick her up from school and stuff, are you going to be one of those dads that does that?
Via Skype. Or iChat. iChat the school pickup. Yeah, I'll definitely do the pickup. I probably won't be doing the drop-off. But everything's changed, and maybe my sleeping pattern will have changed by then. I'm guessing it probably will have. I'll do the pickup, but not the drop-off in the morning.
Okay, that's a verbal contract, which actually counts as a proper agreement.
Yes, now I've said it on the airwaves.
Take the Crown is out November 5th, and you can get Candy this weekend. It's coming out on Sunday, and we'll be flying in the charts the weekend. Rob, great to have you back.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure to speak to you.
Oh, just quickly, are you going to vote Rylan again at the weekend?
Yeah, Rylan style, of course.
Team Rylan with Robbie.
Team Rylan.